will be a standalone mine, but I think our goal here is much bigger than that, and that's to increase this from that 1.1 to multi-million ounces, and we certainly see a path to doing so. And and then of course we're looking forward to seeing what's at Skunk as well. Some people truly believe that Skunk has the potential to be very similar to Shovelnose, if not bigger.
Hello to viewers tuning into Assay TV. We're featuring an update from Westhaven Gold, the junior company exploring British Columbia's newest gold belt. And I'm pleased to be speaking again with Gareth Thomas for an update. Gareth, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Adam. How are you today?
Good, thanks. Yeah, thanks for speaking with us again. Now, focusing on the big news, of course, for Westhaven is that you've recently closed a new private placement of flow-through shares. Could you just take us through the figures and some of the timeframes for this raise?
Yeah, so we announced there a couple of weeks ago about 3 million we were looking to raise, and due to we over allotted that to 4.3 million due to demand, which is obviously good to have during these times. It's been hasn't been the best few months in the market, but something we don't tend to dwell on, just keep our head down. But yeah, that's money we will use for the remainder of this year for our work program. We have about up until December, obviously. Here we're sitting here in mid-August, so we got another $3.5 to $4 million in budget spent here. So that money will take us to sort of Q1 of next year. So yeah, it's nice to have in the till, and lots of work programs ongoing, and lots to be accomplished by the end of the year.
Yeah, fantastic. So chiefly this is going to go towards continuing the drilling at Shovelnose, or is it going to cover broader exploration as well?
Yeah, so we got 2 rigs turning on Shovelnose now as we speak, but the goal is to have 1 rig turning on Skunk, which is our property that we've had since 2017, and we've been wanting to work there, but for various reasons, including the success at Shovelnose, we haven't been able to get there. But this year we're almost certain we'll be starting there in sort of mid to end of September, and we're looking at about a 6-week program there. So some of that money will go there, and we're also going to be having a big field program on Shovelnose. We've done lots of I wouldn't say behind the scenes things, but we've done a lot of looking just back to the basics, not just by the drill bit. We're having lots of success with the drill, but we're also looking in the periphery, the areas on the periphery of the South Zone, for example, in that 4-kilometer trend. So we're going to get lots of boots on ground, geologists, mapping, prospecting, but we will have rigs turning there as well till year end. So yeah, lots on the go, and that money certainly is helpful there.
Excellent. Yeah, just on Shovelnose then, because you primarily had success around the South Zone. Are you putting out a new mineral resource estimate on Shovelnose?
Yeah, good question, Adam. I think the goal here, and this is a little bit to do with the market conditions, but I think we're likely to look to hold off. Well, not hold off. We're working our way towards updated mineral resource, including an underground component of the South Zone. But we're looking like that will be more sort of mid next year sort of thing, as we do have. And that's another thing we've been talking about internally here is the labs have slowed down quite a bit, which is usual for this time of year in British Columbia. A lot of companies working for the summer season. We've been fortunate with lab times earlier in the year, but now they're starting to get quite gummed up. So if we're to have a mineral resource out, just for example, we put ours out last year in January, we had to have all our assays in the lab basically by August. So by this time, so that doesn't really fare well. We're still drilling lots of gold, seeing lots of things. So we're looking at not quite expediting that as we thought. I think we're going to put a bit more time into that. And when the labs are a little bit more slow come early next year, I think we'll have lots of opportunity to put more assays into the lab, which will add to that mineral resource update.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes perfect sense in terms of your scheduling as well. So what are sort of catalysts coming up then towards the end of this year? It's really furthering that exploration as well as digging Shovelnose. It's a double-pronged strategy now all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's something we've been saying, like I said, for years. We've been wanting to get to Skunka. We got 13 high priority targets there, and we think this is just a good year. There's a lot of reasons for that I won't get into, but we just think it's a good opportunity. And for one, Skunk has been hard to access the last couple of years due to very unfortunate events of the fires, the floods, there's a highway closed. It's been challenging logistically. So this year we feel there's an opportunity to get there, but also, of course, Shovelnose. We're drilling up at the FMN. We're drilling towards Franz. We got lots of targets there, but we also have lots on the periphery, as mentioned, that we really want to get really tested first before we drill. We want to do everything we can, boots on ground, LiDAR, magnetic surveys, everything like that, then get all those tools together before we drill these targets. So yeah, it's like you said, a bit of a two-prong approach, but I think a lot of catalysts. We got news out coming out here any day, week now. Be waiting for some results. Just as mentioned, the labs are a bit slow, but and then by year end we should have results. If not by year end, very shortly in the new year from Skunka, and just an influx of results from our current drilling. And yeah, there'll be lots of catalysts that way, and maybe some other things in the near term as well.
Excellent. And you mentioned the forest fires. Obviously, they're not as prevalent as last year, thank goodness, but that's helped in terms of access. But are there any other challenges on the ground? Drill bits, assay labs were backlogged a lot since the pandemic, and they're sort of getting that way again in season. But what's the situation on the ground in general for working?
You know what? Knock on wood, and fortunately, it's been a very lackluster forest fire season, which is obviously wonderful. You never last year was very challenging for the local communities, and much of BC was under fire last year. So it was a challenging year. Then of course we got the floods come November in Merritt, where a lot of our staff reside, and our operations are there. So that was a tough couple months, and Merritt still is a lot of rebuilding going on there. In fact, the highway down to Spences Bridge, to Lytton via Spences Bridge is still closed. So yeah, there's certainly challenges, but this year, yeah, we've been fortunate to not have the forest fire season we had last year, because that was very bad. So yeah, very and other than that, it's just the day-to-day grind of the markets and where things are in the macro scale in the world, and that's something we obviously can't control. We just gotta keep our heads down and focus on finding gold and silver, and keeping people busy on that's where we're at right now.
Yep. And you mentioned silver. How much of a percentage of the resources that are you finding? Is that sort of some optional upside? Really, the strategy is to find the gold as the main asset.
Yeah, I mean, gold is the majority of the. Just in terms of dollar value amount, but in our 1.1 million ounce resource, we had 10 million ounces of silver there. So certainly not nothing where it's very it's a good thing to have. So yeah, we're certainly looking for silver, but gold just in the ratio of whatever it is today, 70, 80 to 1 maybe. It's certainly much more valuable, but we will certainly take the silver with the gold as well. So yeah, no, we're looking for both, that's for sure.
Yep. Excellent. So you're adding to the maiden resource throughout the year and adding exploration, but where would you say you want Westhaven to be next year at this sort of time? What would be content for you in terms of succeeding on your strategy?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. I think we certainly would like to add to our resource. That's something we can see a path to doing that too. It's how much, and I think we truly believe this south zone itself, the 1.1 million ounces and indicated inferred, will be a standalone mine one way or the other, depending, of course, who takes it into production. That's unlikely to be, at least myself, probably not. I'm not experienced in the mining really, so. But whether that's someone in Westhaven or someone else, but I think that will be a standalone mine. But I think our goal here is much bigger than that, and that's to increase this from that 1.1 to multi-million ounces, and we certainly see a path to doing so. And Yeah, and then of course we're looking forward to seeing what's at Skunk as well. Some people truly believe that Skunka has the potential to be, very similar to Shovelnose, if not bigger. So that's something we certainly are very keen to test and have been for a while. So yeah, we're it's time for us to get up there. So that's yeah, it'll be this time next year. I think there's going to be lots of exciting things happening with Westhaven for sure.
Yeah, certainly. Excellent. Well, Gareth, thanks very much for providing an update, and we're really pleased to hear that about the new financing, and look forward to catching up on how that's been put into the ground by the end of this year.
I appreciate it as always, Adam, and keep cool there.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Okay, talk to you soon.